What's up, everybody? Joseph R. Wheeler III, artist, founder, president of the ONYXCON Foundation. Make some noise, my monetization nation. That means all my subscribers, all of my likers, everybody who loves this content that we put out on this here entity known to the world as ONYXCON. These selves a hand. Thank you so much. And I do mean thank you, because I see y'all, man. I see y'all. I recognize my people. When y'all be coming in, I don't care if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I appreciate getting my subscribers. Every day I get some new subscribers, man. We hitting some crazy numbers. Every 28 days, we getting over 100 plus. We heading to almost 200 plus every month. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I gotta show love to y'all, man. Y'all the reason for the season. Y'all making this thing happen out here. Happy holidays, you know? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whatever holidays you celebrate, whatever time you celebrate, whatever moment you celebrate, whatever life you celebrating, all right? Let me get my camera. There we go. There we go. Let me get it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm looking good, and I ain't got my... Show off the shave when it's fresh. Ain't no stubble today, y'all. Actually, it is. Damn, my stuff grow fast. I'm talking about I can already feel the Brillo. What the hell? You got to shave like daily. Yeah. Another thing we'll do when we get the budget up, right? I'll go back to I'll get me a new one of those pit bull things. I have the engine. I don't have the shaver part. I need to get another shaver thing that, you know, you can do it like this and then it can go dry or wet. That's how you keep your stubble off. You still need a razor to really get it clean. Tip to all my bald head or folk thinking about it. If this be that season, you know, your girlfriend or wife been telling you, baby, why don't you let it go? It's okay. You got a bald spot. You look so much better with a bald head. Oh, no, I ain't trying to cut my hair. If you one of them fellas, I'm trying to tell you, man. She trying to let you know something. If you mad because it's been a while, shave that head off. And tighten up whatever you got going on here. And hopefully you got something going on your face. I promise you, you're going to thank me later. It's going to be a real good Christmas and a damn good New Year. Did you hear me? Fellas, if you ain't let it go yet, you know you need to let it go. You got the bad hairline, the bald spot. It's okay. Hey, it's hereditary for most of us who got it. That's how it was for me. It's hereditary. It is what it is. It's going to do what it's going to do. Just go on and shave that thing off. I'm telling you, the lady's going to be like, hey, I'm trying to, ladies going to be on you. They're going to be on you. You don't have to believe me. Because trust me, if they're looking at me right now, they on this. What's up, ladies? So, serious. I've been watching, I told you I was going to do some reviews of this. And I'm still not finished with it, so it's not an official review. It's a as I go along review. Bel Air, that's my show. I love Bel Air. One of many shows that I enjoy. But if you've never seen it, you don't know what I'm talking about. Bel Air is the dramatic concept that became a show, because it literally started with just what they call a sizzle reel or a sizzle trailer in the biz. And I'm in the film biz, you know what I'm saying? Actor, writer, producer, all that. But basically, there's a brother he was in the film biz, and he always had the idea. He said, you know, what if this was not a sitcom? If the Fresh Prince of Bel Air had been a serious show? Brilliant. And he pitched the idea through a trailer. He put that out. It got into Will's hands. The rest is history. I mean, there's way more to it always than that, but that is the easy way to explain it. Will Smith himself loved it. Executive producer, Bel Air. Supposed to be the last season. I still don't believe that. I don't like to say that out loud because it bothers me to say last. What do you mean last season? It can't be the last season. There's too much going on, and I'm not even finished watching it for season 4. It's season 4. This show deserves season 5. You know, when you get to a 5 in the biz, you cooking. You cooking with grease. That means your show is official. 4 is solid, but 5 is official. I don't see how they're not going to let it get a 5th season. I really think they're going to do a spinoff. And I think it's because of the age of the main characters with Will and all the younger characters. You know, Ashley, the youngest daughter, she's starting to grow up. She's still a little skinny mini. She's a little teeny thing. She's a little baby. But you can see they putting more makeup on her. They giving her this whole, she trying to be Miss Hot thing in high school. Okay, that's going to be something. You got my girl Coco, who's just a baddie already. You know what I'm saying? Coco Jones, shout out to her actress and singing career. She's bad. She's a great vocalist. Coco got a lot of drama going on because she was married to this NFL player. The guy died. Oh damn! If I'm giving away spoilers, not really, because you can watch the trailer; it will be in there. But I ain't gonna tell you all the ins and outs of it. But I will say she has a romance with Jazz. All these are new Jack versions of these characters. You know, Jazz is cool as hell on the show. I like that actor. I like his style. I like his whole vibe. How he handles himself as a man. He's growing. He's an entrepreneur. He has a record shop. I like how they developed that character. They really fleshed out that character and gave him more than what he ever was with the legend, DJ Jazzy Jeff. You know, because Jazz would just come through, dap up Will, they do all these little fancy handshakes, say a couple of silly things, and that was it. That's all you got from him on the sitcom. You didn't really know Jazz. Most people didn't even realize, if you didn't know who both of them were before the show, there's people to this day don't even know this man was a rapper, like for real, or forgot that was the DJ, you know. He's the rapper, I'm the DJ, one of the greatest hip-hop albums, you know, ever, especially for clean rap, so to speak, you know, legendary. But DJ Jazzy Jeff, shout out to him. But this new version of Jazz, you know, cool character, the way he's handling his business, and you can see that him and Hillary are not done. Her true love is Jazz, even though she did this sidebar to this NFL brother, and that just fit her image of who she's trying to be, not her heart. And I like how they're showing that on the show. I mean, it's a complete, like, yo, if you're the short dude who likes the tall women and they don't usually like you because, you know, you short or whatever, this is your hero. Like, straight up, Jazz is your dude because she tall, he's short, and she in love with that man. And she fronting, but she in love with that man, you feel me? So, you know, it's that rare exception to that rule, and you see it in full time on this show, and I love how they playing that in the writer's room, how they're putting that together. It's really brilliant how they're piecing together all these stories. So then you got the main man himself, Will, his character, and the young brother who plays him. It's like I said, the whole show is a different take on everybody, but it's still got the same kind of energy, more or less. So, what are you talking about? Somebody hitting up my comments right now. I gotta cut that off. I get too many. I like that y'all talking, but I get too many notifications. I like to just go on YouTube Studio and see what people said, because all day I got it set, and I didn't even realize I had set it to seeing the comments pop up. So I be seeing all these comments on stuff, and you don't know what it is until you really look at it. You'll see like half of it because it don't show you the whole thing. And somebody was asking about something probably from one of my videos about going to the range or whatever. But anyway, so this show, like I say, the main character, the way he's handling his thing, they're trying to piece together and put back together the broken black family dynamic between him and his dad, which is played by the masterful, more and more masterful actor, Mr. Marlon Wayans. You got to give him his props, man. Not just a comedian. This man is a serious actor. When he gets serious, there's no jokes. It's like, yo, you believe this dude. Like, damn, Marlon is in this character. And I just talked about his work on Him, the Jordan Peele joint. Okay, that was crazy. I will say my final verdict on it is it did not really have enough plot. I'm talking about Him, not the show Bel Air right now. I'm just doing a little sidetrack to say that, a little sidebar here. Or as a friend of mine would like to say, side quest. That's a shout out to you, boo. But yeah, that's our little inside joke. She loved to say side quest. So yeah, I'm on side quest right now. But bottom line is, Marlon Wayans, man, that man is a serious actor where he want to be. It ain't the first time he done serious roles, but now it seems like he's seated in that. He wants to be known and respected for that. So you see him in this. It was actually this show that made me realize how good he was at that. He's the cocky, about to retire quarterback that's crazy as hell, and he plays the hell out of it. You know, in this case, he's the crazy but sentimental, frustrated, knowing he's been a failure, want to make up for lost time, lackluster father in the life of Will's character. But he's literally genuinely trying to be that versus just a complete ne'er-do-well and ain't really showing the effort. They're showing how, you know, he's completely flawed. You never get away from the flaws. You can see the ego and the bravado is his Achilles heel no matter what is happening. He can't ever just like back down enough to be like, you know, that don't solve everything. Sometimes I need to chill out and listen because people trying to wake me up to myself. And at the same time, he is waking up to himself slowly but surely. So that's a cool thing to watch. Character dynamics. Carlton's character, who's ever complicated and well played, the actor who plays him. Everybody on the show is off the chain. So I can't. There is no. You don't get great acting here. You get a masterful group of thespians for real, doing their damn thing. And it's such a perfect chocolate box of a black family. You got every complexion. I love to see how they light everybody in the wardrobe and all that. It's beautiful. Like there was a shot in this last episode I watched. It's season 4, episode 3 I was watching. I just watched today, and I probably gonna watch 4 tonight. But there's a Thanksgiving episode, and they're saying the grace before the meal, and they shot it above, which you rarely see this. They shot it like they put the camera like a chandelier over the table. Beautiful shot, because everybody's holding hands, and they made a perfect like a geometric star-like form with their arms. I was like, damn, y'all better shoot this damn show. That's what I'm talking about, man. So people who ain't really into film don't understand why I'm excited about that. But if you into film for real, if you understand art, if you understand form, shape, texture, you understand lighting, you understand all the things that make me love film and be in the film biz and everything. That was a badass shot. That shot right there, that shot deserved awards. You understand me? That one shot, because you don't see it. You don't see that too often. You don't see nobody even think, well, let's not do the usual pan around the table while the grace. They still did that, but they started the shot above them and showed the union of that family. I said, man, that's a shot, man. Hell yeah, with the table fully dressed, all the food and everything looking good. They did that. That was a badass shot. So, there's a lot, and that's not the only. They do it all the time. There's always another like beautiful moment on this show. It is one of the best shot films on television, and I don't know why you don't hear more about it. I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna say my piece because it needs to be celebrated. I'm telling you, Bel Air is off the chain. Then there's this dynamic too between. I was gonna say Carlton's character is complicated and everything because he went through a drug habit situation, which was crazy. But again, this show is a realistic show. It's showing, okay, you got all these spoiled kids in this rich ass neighborhood. They're one of the only black families. They got all this success, all this pressure to succeed. The kids got to be dynamic. They're expected to be straight A students. The heat is on, and that's what he succumbs to, and that's why he ended up in that. But he does come over. He jumps that hurdle, and he's maintaining. He's not going back. But it's like anybody that may be struggling with some kind of addiction, he's always struggling with falling back into it. But they show how he's working on himself to make sure he doesn't. Love that. Love they showing an example of that. Then there's a retro scene they did in that same episode with Philip Banks, the new Philip Banks. I forget the name of the actor. He's been on Star Trek too. Never forget when I saw him on that. I said, "Oh shit, that's Phil." Damn, brother got chops. But there's a version of him and a version of Jeffrey. He calls him G. Jeffrey is like technically he's like a London badass. He's like he was a street cat. He was a straight up gangster who got to America, cleaned himself up, and tries to live the straight and narrow, and really does, and becomes the enforcer for Uncle Phil. Like if Uncle Phil ever needs somebody, he's his bodyguard, he's his friend, and it shows how they met. They had not shown that. They talk about it. There's other episodes they talk about. They show it, and they got these other actors portraying them younger. Man, when I tell you, I kept watching it thinking to myself, is that AI voices or because? And I do wonder if they still mixed in the natural voices of these actors with the actors current, because they sound like them at the same. They kind of don't, and then they kind of do. I said somebody's sound mixing them, and even if they did do that, I'm not mad at it. It worked because their mannerisms now, just as actors, they didn't AI that. I know that wasn't AI. Just as actors, the two brothers who were playing them, they pull this shit off. I'm talking about their mannerisms are just like they studied tape. You understand? Like football players say, I'm gonna study the tape. They studied tape. All right, let me play her. I'm about to say it don't usually do. Be back. I get nervous when I hear the radio because I want to hear the radio, but I can't do that and be on here for some goofy reason. Um, Damn, wait a minute. Hold on. Where are we going? Must be over here. Man, cut it off. I'm using the. Let's blow this sucker and go home. Oh man. Speaking of, do I want to get off on a tangent about Star Wars? Because I can always go on a tangent about Star Wars. But no, we're gonna stay focused. I'm gonna finish telling y'all about Bel Air real quick. So I will say this though. Quick Star Wars side note is I did a video. Y'all can see it right here on ONYXCON's network. It was a quick, short, where I saw this book that I it just staying in my mind. I'm like, they got me. I'm gonna have to buy that book. But it's the New Republic Star Wars art book. Like it must be it must be from the video game, the art book, concept art. That is a really nice book. And it's got Chewbacca on the cover. And a prominent black cover who's a Jedi. Prominent black character who's a Jedi on the cover. So you know I love that. And then you got Chewie, man. I love Chewie. All Wookiees is cool as hell by default. Period. Wookiee forever. Wookiee's my favorite aliens in Star Wars. Straight up. Chewbacca forever. So yeah, that's just mentioning these stores, but indirect for me. So like, come on, man. I need. Hey, what's up? Can I get the funds? I mean, you can watch the video and see what store I'm talking about. It's clear as day what sticker it is, but they might be just shouting these mugs out and they ain't putting nothing on us. You know, if we could get them checks, we could rule some monetization nation. You feel me? But that day will come. I know it will. As a matter of fact, I might need to write them. Every now and then I'll write a store knowing that they're going to probably say no. But if they even reply, I don't mind because they replied when I wrote them. I told them about my organization and what we do is ONYXCON and everything, and I give them credit. Somebody in one of their departments that handle that across, they wrote me back. That's respect, man. I always say respect first, then power, then money. So if you showing respect for my time and my energy to go through writing that email and sending you all of the information to know what we're about as an organization and why it would be lucrative to be a sponsor, blah 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 blah. No, they weren't gonna do it because they said that their program they really don't sponsor a lot of nobody. They said we do community based stuff. We'll put money on stuff that we know, like a school or something. But when it comes to specific organizations outside of stuff linked to, basically, if you ain't linked in directly with the tax bracket, they not trying to. And then they said what they will do is they'll give like coupons to like kids who need jackets for school or book bags, stuff like that. I said, okay, that's cool. It's just nice to know they do that. So I was like, all right. Well, I really appreciate you getting back with me. They was like, yes, no problem. I mean, they didn't reply again, but they were like, yeah, that's what we do. I was like, well, thank you so much. You know, but the bottom line is they replied. There's so many of these big conglomerate, corporate monsters. They don't reply. You get all your money all the damn time, and they treat you like that's what your job is. You just here to consume, so just keep consuming. Don't ask us no question. But they weren't like that. They wrote me back. They respected me. And I appreciate. That's why I don't mind mentioning. Hey, when y'all see me doing the shoes, especially a lot, but like 90% of my shoe turnaround videos where I'm doing the flip throughs and I'm showing you what it is and that I was in a Ross. So I don't mind mentioning them because hey, like I say, it does me good that I can find stuff for a decent price there. Number one. Number two, like I say, even though I didn't get a deal with them, at least they respected my time for writing them and wrote me back. Most of these companies, they don't do that. You write them, it's like you ain't right. It's like you feel crazy. Like, did I write all them letters? I remember at one time I mean, I still do it from time to time, but I'm talking about, man, I used to sit down and do like, I'm gonna write 10 companies that I support directly because I buy their stuff, I eat their stuff, I drink their stuff, whatever it is. I wear their stuff. We're gonna see who's gonna holler back. Then you find out as a consumer who really appreciates your dollar. Most of them motherfuckers are never gonna write you. They don't even take the time to just say thank you for being a customer. But like I said, Ross this. I don't mind. I said how many times I said their name up here? I don't mind because they done respected my time, man. I appreciate that. That's what it comes down to. It's all about who respected my energy and my time. You did that, I don't forget that because that's rare. That's rare. And if not today, it might be tomorrow. Like I've even reached out, for instance, one time way back, trying to get the official airline for ONYXCON. I wanted to get one of the airlines on board. And as I remember, I didn't get anything, but I will say I think somebody from Delta did at least write me back. And that's ATL all day. Their hub is Atlanta. So shout out Delta, you know what I'm saying? And shout out Delta in general, because I've had some moments with that airline where, and I'll never forget mine when I was stuck in Dominican Republic. That's how I got up out of there with them when they had that cyber crash years ago. I was there when that happened. It canceled my flight, messing around with Espiritu Malo, Malo Malo. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, I was telling y'all, I was messing around with them espiritu. That's what I call it. Espiritu malo. Don't forget the malo. Muy malo. Espiritu muy malo. Airlines. That's what they should say on all their commercials. We're espiritu malo. Es muy malo. Espiritu Airlines. That's what they ought to call it. That's what we're gonna start calling it, y'all. Hashtag Espiritu Malo Airlines. Right, just like that. No, they're not honking at me. They're honking at the next people over here in the turn lane. Just being all nasty about it. Ain't that big a deal, y'all. It's okay. It's okay. It's gonna be all right. You're gonna get home to the same boring situation you left. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. Espiritu Malo. I love Spanish. I just gotta learn it for real. Stop playing. I be on see, here's one that I have never wrote them direct or anything like that, but I do like the app, so I don't mind mentioning them. But whatchamacallit, Duolingo, yeah, I got that. And the little character on there, if you know the app, he be getting mad at you if you ain't been on there in a minute, but you said you were gonna be dedicated. But my problem with it is it's a really nice app. It's nice in the way it's laid out. It's nice in the way it interacts with you. It's nice in the way the lessons are designed and structured. Where my issue is, it's not that much of a challenge. And I'm not by no means pro or I'm like right below intermediate, I think, in my understanding of Spanish. Like I've been told I have great pronunciation. I got my pronunciation. Okay, I got my pronunciation. I gotta struggle with putting together sentences. I get words and just have me a ball with just saying the word right. But I gotta do the conjugation, and I hate the conjugation. I ain't gonna front because it be three different words when you do the conjugation. The past, present, and all that. It changed the word. It's three other words, and I'm like, oh man, which one is what? Which one's past? That's something that only happens in my experience, being somewhere, which is another reason why my expat mindset kind of sees myself, if I ever am somewhere else for a long time and there's a language barrier, it would be Spanish. As much as I love the idea of Brazil, and I still got to go, definitely got to see Brazil, and I probably would be there a lot once I see it. I would think I would love it that much. Portuguese is similar. I mean, they're both, they're Latin root languages. Portuguese, Spanish, similar. A lot of similarities. I've heard, of course, Italian too. That's one big family, so to speak, of languages. But they are different. And, sim, they are different. And the differences I find, like today I learned a new word by chance. I do international searches on dating apps, and honey hit me up from Brazil, hit me back, should I say, for me hollering at her. And I was like, ooh, wee. See, this is my number one reason for wanting to go to Brazil. fine women, Lord. And I was telling her, I said, you need to put up a smiling pic. Like normally, I don't even knock on no, I don't even send a message. You get swiped left just from not having a smiling picture. That's lame as hell to me. Why is a woman online talking about you on a dating app, but you ain't smiling in none of your pictures? That's the goofiest shit. So I hate that. I really do. But like number one pet peeve on dating apps. Number one pet peeve. And so I straight up told her, I was like, yeah, you need to do it. So she didn't get no attitude. She was just like, well, where can I send it? I said, okay, well, now we cooking. She want to talk direct. So I was like, okay, we can go over to the WhatsApp and all that. But the thing is, I was writing it all in Portuguese. I said, I'm gonna be considerate. I know it's hard for you to have to translate because I see you want to talk Portuguese. I said, just know I don't really talk this. I'm doing this for you. This is not how I talk. I don't barely know but 3 or 4 words. And I said something about smile. They said, I think the word is sorrisa. So it's like letters different. Just a couple of letters. It's like sonrisa in Spanish, and then it's like sorrisa is Portuguese. I think it's sorrisa. So I said, okay, sorrisa. All right, I can do that. So like whenever it's similar, I get happy because like okay, it wouldn't give me a headache to learn this because I already at least it's familiar. It sounds like the Spanish. But when it be them other words that are their own words, it really is another language. I'm like, oh damn, here we go. And I ain't gonna front. It's frustrating at my age. It's like say the old dog don't want to learn no new tricks. I don't mind new tricks, but man, make them easy, man. Make them fun. Make the tricks fun and all that. I don't like. It's like, man, I got enough stuff to think about. And I always say, I think the main reason why most people, at least this is my excuse, okay, don't learn a language if they really are into language like I am. It's just time. It's like y'all see how much I work, right? If you really follow this channel, you see how much I work. Most of my day, I'm in the car running these orders and stuff, right? So I don't. It's like, yeah, I could try to do Duolingo while I'm riding around, but then it's cumbersome when I gotta like the connection through my phone to the GPS. That's the number one thing, the GPS, and it's been acting up. Like it does not connect the way I want it to connect with this cord. It ain't got nothing to do with the cord. I know what it is, the phone or the car. One of them done got too old from the port being constantly in and out, yanking it out, putting it attached, and it wears out. Like I don't know if you ever heard that Dion Cole joke where he was talking about go over to the girl's house who got the old phone charger that you put it in. It's like dude, he's talking about like the cord won't stay in. It just does not lock in. I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. But it ain't that bad. I don't have that issue. It connects, but I think it's internal. Like it doesn't. It's sensitive. If I bump the cord, I literally will see it go into the stage of it's not connected. You got to plug in the phone. What are you talking about? It's still plugged in. You dumb mother. What are you fucking talking about? It's so annoying. It's so annoying. So I think that like I say, if you were trying to do something like Duolingo, you got to be like, sometimes, for one thing, it's not safe for driving because you got to type things. You got to tap on the screen. I don't have to do that when I'm talking to y'all. I can just talk. I ain't got to be touching the screen or nothing unless I want to adjust the camera or something like that. And I can wait and get to a stoplight. But no, you can't be, and if you mess up, oh, it's going to make you feel so bad. All the little characters be looking at you like, how do you not know what a manzana is? As many times we done told you about this apple. I know what manzanas is. I just tapped the wrong one. No, no excuse. Manzanas. You were supposed to know what manzanas is. It's like, oh, okay, all right, cool. All right. I still don't have no sentence structure. I'm just learning all these little words. I know how to say a few things like, yo soy this, yo soy that. I am this, I am that. Okay, that's easy. But these are short phrases, not full sentences with depth and adjectives, descriptions, noun, place, verb, structure. I need all that and conjugation. And it's been like if I put together all the lessons I've done on there in a month, I'd still be talking about manzanas and you'll soy this, you'll soy that, and whose L is the man and La is the woman, and I know that stuff, man. I've been knowing that. I'm not that. Come on, y'all. But then if you want it more advanced, you gotta pay for it. So you just gotta keep going through all the little baby lessons until it gets more advanced, which it will if you keep going. But oh gosh, It's a trip. It's a trip. What y'all think about Duolingo? Anybody using it? Let me know what y'all think about it. Man, it's a beautiful, about to be a beautiful sundown. I think I'm gonna get y'all some footage of this sun going down with these clouds shining on these clouds. I love that when it does that. And we're gonna call it a day for the lives, but unless I go live again just to show y'all the clouds, because they look amazing right now. I'm looking at them, they look great. It's about to be a beautiful sunset. Might share that with y'all in a minute, y'all. Peace.